Okay, so I've gone ahead and replaced all the fuel injectors, and I've reattached the fuel rails to the tops of all the fuel injectors, and then connected all the electrical connectors to all the fuel injectors. So the next step here is to resecure the fuel manifold, which are the silver fuel lines that connect to the top of the fuel injectors. First step in that, there's 4 bolts. They're 8mm bolts. There's 2 on each side. What you want to do is put each one of those bolts in first by hand, making them finger tight. And the reason for that is you don't want to throw a ratchet on it right away, because if you get them started and they're a little snug going in, you may cross thread them, and then that's the last time that they're going in or out without some significant effort. So I've gone ahead and put all 4 bolts back in, finger tight. So now we're ready to go ahead and torque them down. So now this is a tool that everybody should have one of in their tool chest, at least I think so. It's a torque wrench. Now torque wrenches come in different styles and lengths. This one here happens to be a 1/2-inch drive. It's a long one, and it's a click torque wrench. And click means that I can twist the handle here to set how many foot-pounds of torque I'd like on the bolt. And when I achieve that, the wrench will actually make a clicking sound. There's other kinds that you can get that have a gauge on them, and you can read the gauge as you're tightening the bolt. Those are the lesser expensive kinds, and if you're really not into the $60 investment for a torque wrench, a click one, you can probably pick up one of those gauge type torque wrenches over at Harbor Freight for significantly less. So these particular bolts, in my scenario here, I have a 1/4-inch drive 8mm socket. My torque wrench is a 1/2-inch drive, so I need to get from 1/4-inch to 1/2-inch. So in between the 8mm socket, I'm going to have a 3/8-inch drive to 1/4-inch step down, and then I will have connected to that a 1/2-inch drive to 3/8 step down. So we'll connect those two together, and then we will put the socket on top of that, and then put that on the end of the wrench. Now the torque specification for these 4 bolts, according to the manual, is somewhere between 15 and 22 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm going to go with about 20 to 22 foot-pounds of torque, and we'll torque those bolts down in just a second. So right now on my wrench, I'm going to probably can't see it too well there. Yeah. So basically I'm going to set my wrench to 22 foot-pounds. The lowest setting on my wrench is 20 foot-pounds, and then there's a dial on the handle to go up. So I'm going to set it to 21 foot-pounds, just in case there's any calibration issues on the wrench. I don't over-tighten. So we're going to go in here and we're going to try and get this on the first bolt. Tightening that bolt down, and it didn't click yet, but it seems like it's getting a little tight to me, so I don't want to over tighten it and snap that bolt. I'll be very unhappy. There we go. Got to click on that one. Got to click on that one. So that was my 20 foot-pounds on there. I'm going to do the other side real quick, and hopefully you'll be able to see some of that. See what we can do here. That's at 20 foot-pounds now, and we'll get the last one over here. I'm going to shut you off because it's going to be a little bit of juggling with that upper air intake in the way there. So you get the idea though.